Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So right now, in this video, what we're going to talk about is what to do when the market steals your move. What to do when the market steals your move in pre-market. Now, this video was being made this morning. It's pre-market right now. I saw what was going on last night. I woke up and I saw that we were still gapped up on a lot of the setups that I called. Reddit, Microsoft, Adobe. The whole move is gone, right? So now that's like, okay, what do we do now? We're going to talk all about it. Now, let me say this. It's no coincidence that these moves be getting made, right? The feds is watching this YouTube channel, all right? We call way too many bangers. They like, man, we gotta take this move away because this YouTube channel over here just knows exactly what's going on, all right? So, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor, all right? Now, what do you do when the market takes your move in pre-market? And let's talk about Monday too. It's Monday right now. Okay. Now, number one, this is why you want to have a multiple of stocks that you're looking at. Just in case, okay, I'm looking at 3 or 4 stocks for the week. They took away the move for these 2. They took a move away for this one stock. So now what? That happens. We are in a gap up and gap down kind of, market right now. But let's go talk about it. So, like I say, I gave you guys Reddit, Adobe, and Microsoft. So let's look at Reddit. Look what they did. They up at 181. Okay? They at 181. What did I tell you guys? I said calls above 177. All right? So, how you want to play this is you need to understand on a weekly time frame we got sellers right here. On a weekly time frame, we got sellers right here. So we got sellers between 208 and 185. And we at 181. So when you know and understand that, then we come to the daily and we say, okay, we're above this order block right here. So we got room to run to 184. Okay? You need to know your levels off the daily and the weekly time frame. So we got room to run about $3 before we reach some strong resistance here. And this resistance is going to be the sellers on the weekly time frame. Now, let's say we come up here and we reject. And we come back down. Where are we going to come down to? We're going to come down to where we gapped up from. So we're going to come down to that 176. Which is where we close on Friday. So that's going to be your retest. Your retest is going to be Friday's high, or where we close out on Friday. That's going to be your retest. That's going to be your new support level, because that's last week's resistance. That's last week's high. So last week's high is going to be your new support level. If we hold above last week's high, that's when you take re-entry and then you ride it back up. Because on the weekly, this is going to be the first time that we're trying to get through here. You see what I'm saying? So we at 176, 177 close. We at 181 right now. So we sitting right here. So we got a little bit of room to go before we get a rejection. Right? That's Reddit. Look at Microsoft. They are going crazy, right? What did I say? I said calls above 450, right? And then price target 483. We're at 468 in pre-market right now. That's $18. That's crazy, right? That's 4%. Now, we have no sellers until 483. Let's look at the daily. We got this gap right here. Okay? It's at 480. So we got $12. Y'all see? So where are we at right now? 467, 468. So we right here. Okay? So you want to see if we're going to gap down first? I mean, we're going to fill this gap and then go higher or not? So when we got something like this and we got a gap to fill, this is the first time that we got in this gap. Could we go straight through it? Yes, we can. We could also come back down and then you could re-enter and then we could break through this high once we hit here, and then we could come back and fill this right here. So when it gaps up and it's close to that gap, sometimes what they do is they yank it back down and then you could re-enter and then you could fill that whole gap and you'll basically get the whole move as if you got in this day. So this could be a partial move, right? Let's look at Adobe. Now Adobe on the weekly looks so beautiful. I said calls above 260, right? What did I say? Price target is 265, 270, 277.57. They are at 276 right now. They're up 6% in after hour. In pre-market right now. So what does that put them at? 276. That puts them right here in the middle of this fair value gap. Right here. All right. Now we got sellers here. We could reject here, come back down. Right. We could come back down and we could fill the gap. Now look right here. We got an order block right here at 279, 280. So if we're at 277 right here, 276, what this is saying is we could come up to another dollar, reject, because we got this order block on a daily time frame, come back down, fill this gap, and then we could continue back to the upside. Right? So when you got something like this going on, we gapped up straight to these areas of liquidity or these order blocks. So now what you want to do is you want to play the actual trend. And the trend is going to be an uptrend. So if you want to play the actual trend and we're coming up into areas where institutional money is at, we're either going to break through or we're going to come back down, create a lower high, and then we're going to go from there. Now, where would the retest be on Adobe? The retest is going to be in this area of liquidity, right? Where? Let me show you. The retest is going to be in this area of liquidity right here. This supply zone. Now a demand zone. Because now it went from sellers to buyers. Because we weren't able to get above that where sellers were at. Now it's going to be buyers. Right? So if you see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 times we tried to break through. Y'all see that? 1, 2, 3, 4 times we tried to break above this area. We could not break above. There was a gap right here. We just filled the gap. Now that we filled the gap, we're going to see if we come back down. If we come back down, the retest is going to be right where we gapped up from. So we're going to come fill that gap real quick, bounce, and then we're going to start to go higher. And then on a weekly, we got room to go all the way to 350. The next area after we get above 284 is going to be 304 and then 314 and then 327. So we're going to have room to go up there as well. Right? So these are 3 trades that I called yesterday and they already went crazy in pre-market. They went absolutely bonkers. Now, that's why these plays that I call are crazy. Now, sometimes, here's the other thing. Sometimes you're going to have a setup and you like, I don't know, it's the beginning of the month, it's the new week. I don't know, I want to be cautious. That's perfectly fine, y'all. if they make the move without you, you need to understand that there's over 6,000 stocks. You gonna be able to find your setups. Just because it gapped up don't mean that that's just what it is. Now, another thing that's possible, what they could do is, I've seen this plenty of times before, is they could gap the stock up and then sell off right at open, right? And then that creates the weekly high. Then they come down all week, and then on Thursday and Friday they make it blast off and break past the weekly high, right? So when you're looking at pre-market, look at Microsoft right now. Microsoft look like they could be coming down at least to 461, right? And then they could bounce there. That's a possibility. So you got to understand that just because this is where we at in pre-market, that don't mean that's where we going to open up at. I know you've seen it. Sometimes these pre-market moves, they don't hold. These pre-market moves do not hold. So you got to be able to know, okay, I'm seeing what's going on in pre-market right now. Look like we're starting to sell off in pre-market. Right here. Okay, it's holding, but we could start to come down. There's a possibility. Let's see. Right, let's look at Reddit. Boom. All right, they don't look like they about to sell off yet, but let's see. But they could come up to, like I say, 184, and then they could come down, right? But the fact of the matter is, just because the stock is up in pre-market, don't mean that that's where it's going to open at, and it don't mean that it's just going to keep going. You need to know where your order blocks are at, where your fair value gaps are at, aka your institutional money. Once you know those, once you know where that's at, you know where you can be expecting a rejection. And then you can ride it back down. And then when it comes back down to that support level, you know that we just rejected off this area of liquidity. And then we're going to try to come right back up to there to break through that area of liquidity. The stock ain't going to just keep falling forever. It's going to come back down to where buyers are at. When it comes down to where buyers are at, we're going to try again, and we're going to try to go right back up. So all you got to do is know your areas and then play those areas instead of being like, oh, I missed the move, I missed the move. And meanwhile, we got another setup that I talked about inside of the Discord that I feel like is getting ready to cook, that hasn't made the move in pre-market yet, right? Let's look over that one. I told everybody in the Discord about QBTS. On a daily, we got a 212 setup. On the weekly, we got a 312 setup, right? Now you look in pre-market, we haven't done anything. So we got a full move that's brewing right here. Now we could come back down here on a pullback. If we come down here on a pullback, that's even better because we have a bullish setup on a daily and a weekly time frame. Okay? So once again, that's why you want to have multiple stocks that you are looking at. And in those multiple stocks that you're looking at, you see what's going on in pre-market. And then the ones that have a smaller move in pre-market, that's the move that you could expect during the day. When it has a big move in pre-market, you got to be like, you know what I mean? I'll see what's up. But outside of that, you got to be patient with that one. So I don't know what the stocks are going to do when the market opens in 30 minutes. But what I do know is this is how you play these and this is how you think about these things on a consistent basis. So I hope that this video helped you guys out. Like I say, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.